Hey, welcome back. It's Tuesday. I hope everybody went through the tropical storm okay. It kind of sprung up on us so quickly. I don't even know if we ever got a chance to name it, but we were closed yesterday, and the schools were closed. So maybe everybody is safe and didn't get washed away. It kind of blew through fairly quickly, and it's soggy, but other than that, it's not bad. We were supposed to start Ronnie Todd in Georgetown yesterday, excuse me, and we were supposed to start Megan Jackson with the coroner case next week. Both of those cases got continued, both at the defense attorney's request. So we will still make use of our court time, obviously, with pleas and trials, and it's on us. It's hard to talk about continuances without talking about briefly about the role of the prosecutor. The prosecutor doesn't go out and do the investigation. That's the police. The police do that. And as the police are collecting information, whether it be in Ronnie Todd's case or in Megan Jackson's case, it is our responsibility to collect the information from the police and then give that information over to the defense teams. And if we fail in any part of that, that could be a discovery violation, and that could be a reason for a continuance. Now, that wasn't the case here, but that's one reason that cases sometimes get continued. Another reason, and what happened in one of these cases, is the defense attorneys change at the last minute. And if those guys change, then to give the defendant a fair trial, the other defense attorney says, well, I've got to have time to get caught up to speed. And even though it's maybe been 2 years for y'all, I need more time to get caught up. So that happens. There are hundreds of reasons that defense attorneys would ask for a continuance. My expert witness can't be available that week. And that has created sort of a cat and mouse type thing where we try to, from the prosecutor standpoint, we try to project out months in advance and say, okay, we're ready to go in September, right? Everybody's good. Whatever you need to do, get done between now and September. Don't have any emergencies between now and that term of court. And sometimes that works. But the trick that we, and I'm not disparaging either one of these two cases, but another thing that you've got to understand going forward is that the defense attorney most of the time doesn't want the case, doesn't want a fast trial. The longer they can push it off, the better. So they may not tell you a reason for continuance until right before the case is put on the trial roster. Right before the trial roster case matures and is ready to go to trial. It's been on the trial roster for months. But last minute, hiccup, something comes up, and judge, if you make me go forward, I'm not going to be able to represent my client fully. So the prosecutor, from the materials that the police bring you, have to sort through that, pick out the relevant information, what can be put up in front of a jury to prove beyond a reasonable doubt that the crime occurred. And we're basically building this case just like you would a brick wall. We're brick by brick, mortar by mortar, we're putting it together. The defense attorney just has to break one of those bricks loose and get below beyond a reasonable doubt, or complain about the process to get, judge, if you just give us another week or another day, or we will be ready. we can't turn it around in a week or a day because there are other cases that have already been scheduled for that week. So it ends up buying several months instead of a week. So there's a lot of stuff going on. We go up and we argue these things in front of the judge, but it happens from time to time. It doesn't usually happen where the case in Horry and Georgetown would be continued, but it does happen. And it's happened this week, and now we're going to have to go back and try to do as many of people that are signed up to plead guilty. We try to block them in with motions, so we'll use what's remaining of this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, to go forward and try to make sure that the next time that this case is set, that it actually goes forward. And then we'll get a copy of the transcript so that when there is another emergency at the next time, we say, Judge, this just happened. Please make them go forward with this case so that we can go ahead and provide some semblance of justice for the people of Horry and Georgetown County and for the defendant. And it's a tough part of the job, but a lot of these cases will be on multiple trial rosters before a jury is ever put in the box, and we actually have to go through and reach a conclusion. So that's what's going on. A lot of work will remain throughout the week, but it just won't be the work that we had originally prepared for. We'll have to be very malleable and move forward with other work. But there's more than enough to do. There's actually about 8,800 pending cases, warrants in Horry, and right at 1,400 in Georgetown, which is down a good bit, but through those we'll get a good bit of work done. And we'll be back again next week, and hopefully between now and then, no more of these tropical storms and bad weather patterns that have plagued us here recently. Have a great week.